It's Movie Review Monday, and we're happy to have our executive producer slash film critic, Stephanie Cook, back with us today. And a double feature. Let's start with Monuments Men.
That's right. I mean, I missed last week, so I felt like I needed to double
up.
up.
You double it up. Just like that.
Just like that.
That's how it happens. All right, so Monuments Men.
Yeah, okay, so The Monuments Men is based on the true story of a group of scholars and professionals pulled together during World War II to save precious works of art from falling to the Nazis. George Clooney stars as Frank Stokes. He's the head of a group tasked by President Franklin Roosevelt for a mission impossible scenario. He pulls together a group of museum directors, curators, and art historians to literally go into the war zones to locate, identify, and rescue some of the most valuable pieces of art in Western civilization. Some call them man's greatest achievements. They are an unlikely lot, and their task seems a bit overwhelming, risking their lives for the sake of art.
So now we know it's not random, it's systematic. Every single one of those paintings is a masterpiece. They were all headed to the town of Siegen in Germany. Now, the Nazis are on the run, but they're taking everything with them. So we have to get as close to the front as we can. Preston, you and Campbell head towards Belgium, specifically Ghent.
What's in Ghent?
Used to be the altarpiece.
They took the Ghent altarpiece?
I'll go with Garfield.
No, Garfield, you and Jean-Claude get as close to Germany as you can to the city of Aachen.
We'll leave in the morning. Well, why don't you take Sam from Newark with you, and I'll head up to my old stomping ground, Bruges. There's a Madonna there I used to see when I was young.
Looks like we're gonna be together, buddy.
Is Preston here?
Even as the war ends, they are not done when they learn that Hitler had ordered the destruction of all of the art should Germany fall. Between fear and the fear of destruction and looting by Soviet thieves looking for reparations, the Monuments Men continued their work. The film features an all-star cast, as you saw there, from George Clooney, Matt Damon, Bill Murray to John Goodman, Jean Dujardin, Bob Balaban, Hugh Bonneville, and Kate Blanchett also stars. They all do an adequate job in a very limited screenplay. And speaking of that screenplay, Monuments Men is written by George Clooney and Grant Heslov, which they based on the book by Robert Edsel with Brett Witter. It appears to be a bit of an homage to films of the era, an attempt to tell the story of these men in a film that looks like it was done at the time of these men. But it never quite does justice to the time. It's a bit herky-jerky, script-wise, jumping from one vignette to the other, rolling between drama and humor that doesn't quite work all the time. The Monuments Men as a film is relatively entertaining, but nothing exceptional. But it's the story itself that's worth seeing. The truly brave men this story tells, their passion for art, two of whom even died for love of it. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 cookies.
You don't seem too enthused about your 3 out of 5. I mean, 3 out of 5 sounds like it's pretty good, but it's kind of...
Did you see this cast?
They look great. They look great together.
It's just, you know, it's set up for magic, but it's just doesn't have the magic there.
But still a good movie.
It's still an interesting movie. I really was entertained. I mean, the story alone is very fascinating.
Yeah. It is a very interesting movie. Okay, moving